And it's Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Art Studio Gallery, and I want to experiment with black and white and some Meeden paint and a shovel made out of some refuse that was just the cover of a piece of packaging. I've got variations on cut acetate swipe cards and a scrape dish that I might rest my shovel in, so-called shovel. And I have a vague idea. I've already coated the edges with a dribble, and that's going to dry in a heartbeat. And I have some DecoArt Americana Obsidian, and I think I'm going to use that first on both sides. I wish I'd offset things instead of doing them down the center sometimes. But this is my OXO omelet turning flip and fold spatula. I suspect whatever I put up to the edge of the canvas will probably somehow drip down over and become unified with the black that's there already, so I don't mind. Plus I'm going to use some of the Meeden black, hoping to make cells in the white. I hope some of this goes right. It might just turn out to be a cool design without many cells. I'm not sure what to expect. I have some ideas. Oh, I'm picking up black paint from the edge. I don't think I mind that. I could even mix those and be pretty happy. But the obsidian is a metallic, and it's very dark gunmetal gray, basically. And I have a fairly decent layer of it, but I'm going to have to work quickly because I think it's not like when you pour and tip and you have a floating layer of paint for everything. I'm also considering, oh wow, there's more paint on this one side than, that's right, because I went 3 rows instead of 2 on one side. Alright, I'm going to wipe my spatula off. I'm going to use my white paint. I'm going to start in the center, if I can get it to come out somewhat evenly. I should have used a regular shovel. I wanted to try this. So I'm going to try and make it go down both sides. And I was going to try for it to be even, but it's not looking like I'm getting a very even distribution. Now it's doing what I was hoping. So less is more. Or maybe the second go round is better. That's why I started in the middle, so I could like feather it out to each side. I don't think it's going to make any difference. I'm planning on using the Meeden black in between, but if it seems like the obsidian would be a good idea too, I might be tempted by that. I'll let that continue to drip down out of it. Okay, so this is supposed to be pretty simple. I don't think it matters too much. Come out. Forgot what I was going to say. I think part of this is I could use a flat edge swipe card, or I could use one of the ones with the fingers on it and make an uneven center. I can also tip this back and forth, which is really tempting right at the moment, just to let these colors merge with each other. But it's kind of a cool effect right like it is. I don't know what's going to happen, but I do know I will get stripes. So if I use the point, then I have that problem on the other side. So I'm going to use... What am I going to use? I'm going to use a spatula? No. I thought I was for a second. I'm going to use this card. And I'm going to start... Yes. Yes, I am. And I'm going to try and line that up. No, I'm not. I'm going to go on either side and see how this goes for a while. And I should probably wipe my card off in between, because I won't keep it white. I can see that now. So I've got 2 gray stripes, and when I wipe off the card I'll probably get to keep the white. And I might do all kinds of things to this. You can never tell with me. But I have learned my lesson. Enough to want to add some more white back in there so that when I pull down in the other direction I get that white back again. I don't usually like doing things where I have to take the paint off, but it's not really very much. There, I got some of the cells I was expecting finally. And I like the curve, but you definitely have to wipe off in between. It's basically stripes with cells, and it might be just the first stage of something else that I do to it afterwards, but we'll see. It's more like piano keys than anything right at the moment. Or one of those striped crosswalks from Abbey Road. Gotta remember to keep wiping off the card. Probably would think about going back and forth on either side. I do like the curve pull, as it keeps the center from being straight across, and that wavy line is making a design element that I actually really appreciate. But like I said, who knows where this is going to go. I could put gold right through the center pretty easily and drip it down and see what would happen. I don't know if I'm ready for that. I could leave that right like that, and that would be kind of cool. Really, I could. That might be cooler than if I do the whole thing. Or I could add another color in here. The gunmetal won't work. I have to decide really quickly what color that's going to be. You know what? I'm going to go for it. This is the okay, this is the Folk Art Neon Purple Multi-Surface Acrylic with golden product, golden brand, iridescent pearl fine in it. Let's do one side and see how we like it. And then maybe you can pick another color for the other side. I'm going to wipe that off. Almost forgot. Let's move it back where I can really handle it. I see something that does not belong in there. It wants to come out so it doesn't dry in there. Kind of like that. Scrape it off. This might be super simple. Took a risk there and didn't wipe that last one off. I'm going to use the residuals that are on the card for that end piece. So let's just do something on the other side. Like my Venetian blue from Modern Masters, which is iridescent. I don't get to keep much of the white, but I don't really need to either. Do I want to go up one? I might. That might be more blue than I need also. This way I get to see how it's going to work out. And it's nice because I can go back again. The places that look like they got missed, get a little bit of paint. I'm trying to convince myself it doesn't need to be perfect. So am I done? I don't know. I could be. It's really, really, really super simple. I'm being called to turquoise. And I'm not sure how to proceed about that other than to just drop some across. Didn't really get, I mean, I got some cells, but they're a little more exciting when they're gold, to tell you the truth, for me at least. I could have tried silver in there. I could still try something. There's my turquoise. Just makes me want to keep going, honestly. I've got some Hot Orchid. Turned into a real experiment now. I can't make up my mind what I might want to do to the middle. If I could swipe the middle out, Oh, I missed one. No kidding. Maybe that's a good thing to miss one. So I've got one turquoise and one purple. Excuse me, one turquoise and one pink. And what am I going to do now? I'm going to just keep playing. Add the color I have on the other end here. And I could just wind up swiping a whole lot of things. I mean, yeah, it's getting better. Okay, I'm getting happier with this. Whoops. The card goes in the bucket, or does it? I don't know. I might not be ready for that yet. So I put the purple in the black there. Let's put the blue in the white. That seems like it makes more sense. Somebody is always telling me I have a steady hand. I'm not sure that's true. So that's kind of interesting. I'm still not perfectly impressed for any reason. But, you know, we can do all kinds of stuff. Let's do all kinds of stuff. So much for simple. Not capable of simple, evidently. I think I'm going to like it. I want to put some gold in there. You knew it was coming. Maybe silver is a better idea. Why don't we do that? I never do that. Okay, so you never know where this is going. I'm just going to tip. Keep tipping. I'm just not sure that I'm as happy as I could be. So I'll run my skewer, excuse me, not a skewer, spatula right through the peaks. At some point in time I expect to like what I've got more than I like it now. But that doesn't mean that I'm not going to just change my mind and go completely strangely. What color would I put down the middle if I were going to swipe now? Would it be gold? Because I'm really still missing the gold. And there's nothing to prevent me from using a card to do whatever I feel like doing right now. Which is pretty much always the case. I do stuff because I can. That's the name of my first book on the Amazon link. The Amazon link is under the link tree. It's a great place to shop if you'd like to help me out. It's at no added cost to you, but that's a little more interesting to me. That's a lot more interesting to me, actually. So if I were going to put some dots in there, I'm just going for it. Would they be orange? They could be orange. One will tell the tale. Maybe this is just about having some fun with my experiment. And I don't know what's going to happen because I should leave them where they are if I like them, but being that I'm in the frame of mind of experimenting, I think I'm going to just let them flow. Either direction, because it's fun. Not because it's fun to let them flow, but because the picture is fun. I've got nice stripes down the edges of my canvas some places, and some places not so much. So, do I want to do the same thing I just did? I kind of do. When I do this stuff, it reminds me, the V shapes remind me of flowers. So if I added some like green gold on just one side, they'd be very stylized flowers. Some with their heads upside down, evidently. And I could do that, but I'm kind of liking what I've got, as strange as it is, and it is kind of strange. I'm being called to yellow. Now that's really strange. Maybe I'm just being called to rainbows. No, I like the yellow and the blue. I'm going to be a little random. It's just sort of keep on working until you feel like you have something that you appreciate the way you were hoping to. And if I take a palette knife and pull those, I'll have new little marks. Little heart marks, actually, going in either direction, it seems like. Well, that's okay. I didn't do anything with my purple shapes down here, so they're wide up here and thin down there, and wide up here and thin down there. So that's kind of working. There's a symmetry to that. I think I'm going to swipe this out because I don't know what else to do with it. It's not thrilling me. And I have colors I like, including white metallic to start with down the middle. And what else? I think turquoise is missing. And I have turquoise color shift. And some pink hot orchid. And I'm just going to go for it. As soon as I find a good size swipe card, I'm going to have myself a good swipe. And I think I'm going to wipe off my colors, my scrape dish, and then my colors that are still there after scraping on my Lolafy silicone mat. And I think I'm going to like this a whole lot more than I liked what I had, as contrived as it was. Yes, I could leave it like that, and that would be pretty cool, actually. I'm going to use, this time, instead of trying to use my scrape dish, I'm going to use my OXO omelet turning flip and fold spatula. And then wipe that off in my scrape dish, which works a whole lot better. Now, I like that orange. I just wonder if maybe I want a little more here and there. And I'm getting some really beautiful cells. This might be super fast, which is fine by me. And I don't even mind that there's a line down the center, because I could fix that if I wanted to run a spatula up and down, or even a skewer, or maybe a basting brush. But I don't think I want to do that. There, pretty much got what I wanted, and I can use my colors on the edge of the canvas if I want to. Just apply them with the spatula. Touch them instead of rubbing them, like dab. And I can use whatever else is left in my scrape dish. Now the lines are over here and over here down the center, and I kind of like that about it. If I have some things I don't like, I could always pounce my spatula right in there. I kind of like that white spot though. So I'm good. I'm better. I'm happy. This is way more my style, except for that one thing right there. It doesn't look like it belongs. But I'm going to torch. I'm going to make sure I'm going to torch after. I'm going to make sure I'm happy first. If I have anything I want to move over or steal some paint, I can do that. Just pounce my spatula. I like the black lines. Some of them could use a little color, like that one. And nobody will know if you don't tell them. That white thing is going to bug me until I have to make it go away. So I'll be using my spatula, putting some of that paint from the Scrape de Chan and tapping on the edges. That's a pretty neat piece. I got really nice little cells. Really nice little cells. And any of those little gaps are kind of organic, and some of them will definitely stay, and that'll be the obsidian from Deco Art Americana behind there. This is the only thing that's bothering me right now. I gotta make up my mind. I think there's something on that. Yes, there is. When paint chips get on the bottom of my torch and it wants to fall over, I have to stop for a second. If there's anywhere else that I want paint, and I could definitely just scrape off a little bit of paint right there. Just tap right in. Because it's all stripey. And that's alrighty. Oh, I don't believe I just did that. Okay, so I'm going to pull that down there. Oh boy, the colors are just the bomb. And they're staying and not muddying, and I like that about it. Okay, so what did I not tell you last time? I don't know if there was anything I didn't tell you last time. I pretty much told you, and I'll tell you again, that there are over 1,800 videos, going on 1,900 videos, and they're organized by playlists, by the 100 and by topic and genre. And you can find them by going to all playlists, creative playlists. That was fun. I gave myself permission, and I'm so glad I did. Let's see if I can find a batch of cells. I can't seem to zoom in nearly close enough. I can envy those people who are using cameras instead of, cell phones instead of cameras. So, if you guys have any questions, please feel free to ask me. If you need my paint pouring recipe, it is already included below the video. I see a spot that I want to camouflage because it was just drawing my eye. Okay, 2 spots, but who's counting? And now it's pretty well now it's pretty well gone. And I love those stripes. I'm going to put those on a shirt. Which reminds me, remember, if you want anything produced as leggings or an all-over print t-shirt, you can always ask me because I can put them on Teespring, which is the stuff below the video. Alright, you guys, take care of each other, take care of yourselves. Goodbye again. This is Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida at Expression Start Studio Gallery saying I love you guys. Thank you for being here. If you're newly subscribed, please be welcomed. If you've been here for a while, thank you so much. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. We'll see you anon. We'd love to have you. Bye for now. Priscilla out.